Doctor Who's first 5 title sequences were made by graphic designer Bernard Lodge. The first 3 use a technique known as video hang-around, whereby a camera would face a monitor, which was displaying that camera's output, essentially looping the video signal around. In order to ignite the effect, various tools were used, including a lighter and a torch. Fiddling with the settings on the monitor would enhance the effect. For the sequences themselves, a second monitor's output was needed in order to use the logo to generate the effect. After producer Barry Letts commissioned a new title sequence for what would become Jon Pertwee's final season, Lodge wished to create a different effect than previous sequences. He used an effect known as slit scan. Using a rostrum camera and animation stand, the titles were made. Before we continue, it is important to know the film technique known as the double exposure. This effect was seen at the end of The Enemy of the World. Director Barry Letts shot the effect on film instead of videotape like the rest of the episode's studio scenes. A black mask was placed over the left side of the screen, and then the right side of the screen's action was filmed. When the action finished, the film wound back, and the mask was moved to cover the right side of the screen, and the left side of the screen's action was filmed. Because film is sensitive to light, and black doesn't produce any light at all, the black parts of the screen show the exposed take. To create the diamond-shaped tunnel, a piece of black card was laid on top of a wooden frame with glass behind. A light box was situated beneath, which was a hangover from the animation stand. The card had a diamond slot or slit cut out in the centre. The shape of the slit would reflect the shape of the tunnel. The pattern was created with various materials. For the diamond tunnel, torn strips of polythene bags was laid vertically in a line. A polarising filter was placed above the strips but beneath the black card, and a second was placed beneath the camera at a 90-degree angle, which made the background black with the stress of the polythene showing up as a rainbow pattern. 35mm film was loaded into the camera, and the sequence was filmed frame by frame, like stop-motion animation. The camera starts close up to the slit, and then zooms back, still exposing the film, along with the table with the pattern on moving, which would create one frame. The next frame would be created by the pattern being slightly shifted at first, and then the camera would zoom back and the table would move. Each frame would then be made procedurally the same way. Other materials were used to create the tunnels, such as tin foil for the circular tunnel. To add images into the sequence, such as the famous diamond logo, a photographic transparency was made up with a black background. The diamond tunnel footage was placed into the camera and the double exposure effect was used. The film was played and the logo was filmed with the camera close up and then zooming back, shooting continuously, the same way as a traditional split screen effect. The slit scan title sequences of Doctor Who are remnants of weeks of work to create one of the most iconic title sequences in history.